I'm very, very leery of people who call out other people, um, who consider that they have a calling from God to do this. I don't do it because I don't. I definitely don't. Um, I will hint at things. I think I've named maybe one or two names in the past, but I even took down a video on this little tiny channel because I named a name and I thought, no, people have to use discernment. People have to be guided by the Holy Spirit. And frankly, if they're not, and if they choose not to, they get what they get. I'm not saying they deserve it. It's just they'll get what they get. It'll come back on them. Um, I noticed that there's a lot of people finger pointing or wanting to finger point at these so-called safe haven people, Christians. Um, I don't know the details, and I won't go any further into it than that. I don't know the details, and I don't know the names of the persons involved. But I do know that there's a great hoopla about it, and it's a great news story, isn't it? Once again, we don't have to focus on Jesus. We can focus on someone else. Always the same thing, and that's what's heartbreaking to me. We don't have to look at our own sins. We can look at the sins of someone else. So whoever names the names, you better be very careful when you do. I'm warning you, you better have no sins. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You better make sure of it. Because I know who wants to call out the names. And I also know the sins of some of these people, which I'll never name. I never will. Because that's not my place. I've got my own sins to worry about. Doesn't mean I don't know what's happening. Doesn't mean my eyes are shut. That I haven't been given discernment, that I don't see through things. But my question to you is, what is your motive? To deflect attention from you? Certainly it's deflecting attention from Jesus Christ, where the attention needs to be right now. Seriously, seriously consider what you're doing. I think it was mentioned that the persons involved are the persons involved, and if they've been taken for a ride, they need to pursue justice, not some outsider. It's not. It may not be your job. You think it's your job to be God's policeman. Are you sure of that? God, God takes care of His own. I've been very, very badly treated by some people. Does it worry me now? Sometimes it gets me upset, yes, in my quiet times. And I think that, why is this allowed? It's allowed for purification. It's allowed because He wants me separated. It's allowed because He wants me to recognize that I'm nothing without Him. And it doesn't matter if I had so many viewers on my last channel. It doesn't matter at all, because was it focused on totally on Him? Maybe not. Maybe there was some flaw in me that was coming through. I don't know for sure yet, but I'm working on it. And I'll find out. He'll let me know. But I just shake my head because, once again, if it's not the news stories, what's happening in the world, it's got to be what's happening in the little YouTube community, which is pathetic, by the way. That's pathetic. You're so small. You think you're so important. We're not any of us important. None of us. But who we proclaim, if we are doing that, Jesus Christ and His Word, that is huge. And that is who we will answer to, only to Him. So, once again, I just hit me this morning. Where's the attention being taken away from? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I won't have any part of it again. And like I've said before, I don't think I've ever named a name. I hope I haven't. Um, there was a couple channels that were, was pretty obvious that they were, you know, raising a lot of money for themselves, and I made a joke about that. But other than that, I don't think I have, and I certainly won't now. And those of you that are anxiously, like with your lips, licking your lips, waiting for the name so that you can pounce, once again, look in a mirror. But most importantly, look back to Jesus because He is the mirror. We all fall short of the glory of the Lord.